Hello YouTube. It's a dark and rainy, stormy day in Vancouver. What better time to do a YouTube video? I was going to be doing it yesterday again, but I think I'm just going to stick to doing my YouTube videos on Saturdays because it seems like that's when I always get the time to do them. So, Saturday! I guess, yeah, what's up? I'm going to be doing a video today on the things that I create and the art that I do and tell you a little bit about Stormy Enterprise and how that all started. Basically, I started making things when I was really little. My mom has always been really crafty and she's always been like, I think I remember when I was really little, she used to paint like ceramic statues and stuff, and I thought that was kind of cool. And so I remember having a big piece of plywood on the left side of our front door because I refused to stop painting on the wall. So my parents were like, all right, we'll give you a wall to paint on specifically just for you. So me and my sister would just sit there and finger paint and draw on it all day and stuff. And I always remember, making friendship bracelets and kind of just doing arts and crafty things with my mom because she loved that kind of stuff and she always has. So I started crafting from a really young age. And then when I was in grade 12, that was when I first took my first fine arts and art foundations course. But before that I had started doing photography because I went to visit my aunt and my mom gave me the camera to take with us to take some photos of our adventures and stuff, and I found that I really love photography. So I had been doing crafting and then photography, and then I came into drawing and painting, and then it kind of just took off from there, and I started finding really random different things that I really love doing. So one of those things is headbands. I love headbands. I think they're really beautiful. And when I used to visit my aunt in Victoria, she was like a super hippie and all of her friends were really kind of cool hippie people. And I just remember always seeing neat things like this. So I'm really inspired. And I love these kinds of headbands, so this is one that I made. It's kind of princessy and it's got some crystals on it. It's really pretty. I usually use elastic and chain and jewelry links, and sometimes I'll actually make my own links because sometimes they're really expensive to buy. But this is another headband that I made, and it's got abalone shell on there. And I've made a couple more. I've probably got like 20 of them made, and they're all, not all of them, most of them are on my Etsy store. If you're interested in buying one. And I can also custom make you one if you have any like stone color preferences or like you want certain kind of chain to look a certain way. I can kind of customize it to you. Yeah. I also make harnesses, garters, and lingerie. I haven't gotten any of the underwear, bras, anything on my Etsy store yet because I'm still trying to get enough money to afford a mannequin. So right now I've just been making the bras and underwear for myself, but I do custom make garters and harnesses for other people. Hopefully soon I'll be doing the bras and underwear. Fingers crossed. Mannequins are kind of expensive. But anyways, this is an example of some of the harness stuff that I've made. I made this for myself, obviously. I wore the bottoms in my new set done by Daryl Darko, which will be out in like 2 weeks. It's called Azray. So that'll be on Suicide Girls and Member Review. And this is the bra that I made for myself. I used 4 underwires and old like padding from a bra, but that was it. I sewed the whole thing together myself. I used elastic, fabric. You can even see like the side, it's not even perfect, right? But it's pretty cool. And I only started sewing, I think, September of last year. After I had my last arm surgery, I kind of needed to find something to, I don't know, something to keep me occupied, something to make me happy. And so I saw a picture of a harness online and I went to Walmart and I bought the elastic, and now I'm selling them and making them for other people. So if you're interested in getting a harness made for any part of your body, I can even do arm ones, just leg ones, torso ones, pretty much anything. Just message me. I'll make you something pretty. Other than that, I do drawings, and a lot of what I draw right now is sacred geometry. I'm really interested in it, and it's beautiful, and so I do things like this. This is one that I did for my friend Helix. So yeah, every single shape has a meaning and nothing is accidental. And I work really hard on these, and a lot of people call them doodles, which I get actually really insulted by, because sometimes it takes me about 6 hours to make one. So I don't think it takes 6 hours to do a doodle. This is just a random fountain pen one. I really love using fountain pens and typewriters and things like that when it comes to my drawings, because I don't know, I like old school stuff. This is one that I'm actually getting as my next chess piece. Well, not next chess piece, is my only chess piece. I'm getting this on July 14th. I'm really excited. Here's another one. And these are some random painting ones. So those are a few examples of my sacred geometry drawings. Most of those are available as prints, if anybody's interested. And then I do watercolor paintings. I absolutely love watercolors, except I use them kind of like one would use acrylics instead of how you're supposed to use watercolors, but I don't think that there's any rules when it really comes to, I don't know, using things. You know what I mean? Like, I saw someone wearing my garters upside down, and they were clipping the garter attachments instead of on stockings. They were clipping them on their dress and their shorts and their skirts, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like, there's no rules. Just use it how you want to use it. So yeah, watercolors. This is a painting that I did. I started last summer, and it's kind of bioorganic. I'm really interested in bioorganic and biomechanical drawings and paintings. I think they're really neat. I like mixing things together. There's like kind of fairies in there and stuff too. Again, some sacred geometry. So that's a painting that I've done. This is a drawing that was inspired by a dream I had about a goddess wandering through a wheat field, and I'm calling it Goddess of the Wheat Field or Queen of the Wheat Field. It's done entirely in fountain pen and ink, and you can actually feel the indents from the pen in the board. It's really neat. I love this paint. This one, it's one of my favorites, and it's taken me a while to go through it, but I'm stoked to finish it up. I also do airbrush nebula paintings. So this is the Pillars of Creation, which is in the Eagle Nebula. It's not quite done yet. It's barely started yet, to be quite honest with you, but that's that. I'm working on it slowly but surely. I really like this one. I can't remember which. I think this was the Blue Lagoon, but I don't really remember. But this is a airbrush painting that I did a while ago. You can't really see how vibrant the oranges are on the video, but it looks real nice, trust me. This is a watercolor painting that I'm doing for my niece because she loves Finding Nemo. And this piece was inspired by a poem that I did about Mother Earth. Maybe I'll put the poem below so you can read it. I have to edit it a bunch, but it was actually featured in a Canadian Book of Poetry probably like 5 years ago, I'd say. Maybe 4 years ago, something like that. But anyways, it's in a book somewhere, which is kind of neat. So that's this painting. And other than that, I just do a lot of like random sketches and doodles and drawings and things. Like, this is a random drawing that I've done. What else do I have in here? I really like this one. I call it Gearhead. Another kind of biomechanical drawing. And this one, these are both available as prints on my Etsy store as well. Yeah, so I just kind of, I do whatever comes to me, and some of the stuff that comes out of my imagination is a little bit creepy. People have told me that even though there's bright colors and things in my work, it's got kind of an undertone of weirdness and creepiness. I eventually want to get this one tattooed, as well as this one. Yeah, so I make stuff and I paint, and oh yeah, one more thing. I actually have just started making pendants out of bugs that I find and like things that I find at the beach. So this is a moth pendant, and these will soon be in my Etsy store. I'm just trying to get more of a collection together before I put it up. But this is a moth pendant, and it's kind of neat because you can see through the moth. This is a bee wing pendant. And these ones are in shells that I found at the beach. This is a claw, or a crab claw. 2 crab claws. Another crab claw. And this one's a shell. A snail shell inside of a seashell. So yeah, I make a lot of random stuff. And if you would like any custom creations or custom artworks, just send me an email at thestormyent@gmail.com and I'll see what I can do for you. I've also started kind of, like, a lot of people like my sacred geometry stuff, so they've asked me to do tattoos for them. So some of the pieces that I've done are for people for tattoos. So if you are interested in that, let me know and I will try my best to make you something awesome. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all the fun things. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Mwah.